Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back button.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? It's your boy, Coach Lee. Good to be back. Hope y'all didn't miss me, but you know the fellas held it down last night, as they always do. But welcome to the Number Basketball Show. Tonight's show is a special show because it's the eve before the NBA draft, which we throwing a draft party tomorrow. So, you know, we in here excited tonight to talk about a little bit of basketball. But before we can do that, we got to get the crew up in here. My brother, they be coming with the hot fire all the time. The Laker man himself, Metta Wide.
Wait. It is what? The eve of draft night, hump day. It is Wednesday. No, the basketball show. We are here blessed to hit the studios today, man, and blessed all across just about every country, state there is, man, to come, man. We got a lot of support, a lot of viewers, so keep on tagging it up, subscribe, like, share, love, and, you know, we'll be here. But before we resume business, you know we got to do it as usual. Triangle offense over here. Gonna bring the guy in, fresh off, you know, opening eve trade. My guy Chili Will in the building. Stream him in here. See where he at. Oh, here he is. What's going on with you?
What's good, fellas?
Hey,
man, I told people, man, moves had to be made and moves are being made, man. Whether it's us or the Celtics or whatever, moves are being made. Y'all Lakers better hurry up, make some moves.
Of course, a guy like you would say that. This is chess, not checkers, buddy. You should know that.
Yeah, we playing chess, man. Y'all
starting to play chess. Took y'all about 16 years, but y'all starting to get it.
Took us 16 years. Same amount of championships, but took us 16 years. All right, it's cool.
How many since you been born?
Huh?
That's the question I ask all my guys out born in my era, dog. How many wins did you born? But man, none but basketball chopping it up, man. Of course, we got the draft tomorrow. Of course we do. Of course, we got NBA news. The way we kind of do things sometimes is we kind of know what we're going to talk about before we come in. Well, tonight, guys, we don't know. So, like last week's show, yeah. Put your seatbelts on because we don't know.
In short, we're unprepared, but we're ready for that.
We're not unprepared. One thing I would not say ever. I will never call it unprepared. I'm just calling it here. I'm not a rapper, but I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk for you, and we're gonna freestyle for you.
How we do it?
As we could, because we can do it. You know what I'm saying? This is light work. We'll just preparing that, rolling this studio.
I'm here. I don't
Rolling in.
You gotta get these lights, man. These lights, these shining lights, flashing lights.
Kanye style. I just told Coach before we walked in, man. We Famous been on my archives for the last week, man. Since we played that sample triad on the Chop Up show. Let's go, Wimpy. Let's go Spurs, go night. I mean, for the first pick.
Hey, Miss Marie.
I'm gonna open up. When you know the number one picks for sure, it's kind of like you're just waiting for them to make the pick. There's no way when you have a guy like this that they won't pass him, overlook him. I would hope not. I mean, San Antonio's smart, always proven to be a smart organization. So shout out to Bottom Line Sports, man. I know you Spurs are anxious just to get that pick out tomorrow. Hopefully Wendy's not playing any pickup ball or doing anything to hurt himself before the draft tomorrow. That's the only thing that can happen. Or the Spurs.
Ever since about a month ago, they probably had that man in bubble wrap. Like, we're not doing this.
No, he's been playing.
I know he's been playing, but they've been. I bet you they've been managing.
I seen his hands on a baseball the other day.
Crazy,
insane.
Crazy. But I also see Kenny Lofton Jr. bullying that man too.
Nah, he bullied him. Kenny Lofton Jr. bullied a lot of homies. Kenny Lofton Jr. bullied a lot of homies, man.
Yeah, he a horse, man. That's a rhino, man. That's a rhino.
That's one of the first.
Young Charles Barkley out there off in that.
He even fatter though. He's a little tank, man. He remind me of Big Baby, but more skilled.
Definitely a skill. How Big Baby was at LSU before he hit the league. That's definitely what Kenny Lofton carries. Definitely indeed.
He's quick too.
To Wemby though, the only defense that everybody has about him is probably the frame. Other than that, seems like everything walks with himself. As a basketball player, obviously the Spurs, we know how they love the international flavor. They get a nice one, nice and seasoned. Don't burn it though. Don't burn it, San Antonio. But I wanted to bring up a point from my man Gilbert Arenas. If you're not chatting to Gilbert's Arena, man, watch it sometimes. He spoke actually like how they are comparing them to greats like LeBron and all the other greats in terms of the draft position. And basically what Gilbert's saying is, don't wile them all up like this. Let him become something. Because when you already putting a stamp on this man like that, and he disappoints you one time, maybe two times, it's kind of like, damn, you're doing him in.
So look, two things are for sure at almost every draft. Someone gonna get compared to something that they probably shouldn't, and someone like Gilbert gonna say don't do that. These two things are always gonna happen. But here's the facts. The facts are the facts. In terms of a prospect, he's one of the biggest prospects we've seen he's the biggest prospect we've seen since LeBron James. We're not saying he's gonna be LeBron. We're not saying he's gonna be better or worse. What we're saying is, or what they're saying is that he's not even a surefire part. Just the raw potential and what he could be is the best we've seen since LeBron. We did it, and I know people don't like crossing sports, but we did it with Andrew Luck, greatest prospect we've seen since since Peyton Manning, and then we did it again with Trevor Lawrence, greatest prospect we've seen since Andrew Luck. It happens, man. It's part of the game. Those type of lines and those type of comments, they get a lot of people paid, and you know what else? They eventually gonna get us paid because we're gonna be doing the same shit.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure, man. No, he's skilled on the game. I don't think he was saying it as a diss, but I feel it's like you want to, for him coming in, man, especially coming from the out international, like now you're the number one pick. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have blood for you anyway, man. But don't sauce in the pot. But this man right here deserves to be indeed number one. The Spurs. Will this pick in 5 years? We'll ask if it'd be worth it, but will the Spurs be in the right direction? playoff wise.
In 5 years, yeah, I don't see why not.
I give the Cat 5 years because he's gonna
So right now, if they decide to build around it, if they don't move any of the core guys they got, they're gonna have Devin Vassell, they got Keldon Johnson, and they got Jeremy Sochan, aka Robin here. Yeah,
Robin, baby.
My man right there, I'm gonna grab a jersey.
So
Number 10.
They got those 3 guys that they started this build with. See, this is the perfect time. Like a lot of rebuilds start with the guy. But this rebuild's already been slowly started before him.
It just pouring gas on the fire.
He's gonna be the final big ass puzzle piece, and then from there, it's just working about getting them all to play together, getting them all to be better NBA players, while adding to the team around them. Yeah, man, I like what they're doing, man. I like what they got going. Wemby has to pan out. Here's the thing about Wemby, though. I don't think there's gonna be there's a lot of pressure on him for what people are saying, but I don't think there's gonna be a lot of pressure on him to automatically be a superstar right away. Because that's like I said, he got other guys who are there already. Like Devin Vassell's he's already like an 18 to 20 point guy a game when they need him to be. Keldon Johnson, the same thing. So he already got 2 20-point guys next to him. You know what I mean? So he's not gonna, and they already said that he's not playing center. They Pop came out and said Zach, what's his name? Zach. He used to be on the Blazers. I forget his name, but he said Zach's gonna be Zach Collins. He gonna be the center because he knows how to play the position already. Which means when we gonna come in, play stretch 4, do the things that he's comfortable with. Look, this is why when they fixed the lottery, shots fired. This is why when they fixed the lottery, they sent him to the Spurs. Because they knew that's a coach that will handle the situation right. He won't mess it up.
The question is, and you bring up another question, but before I'm gonna ask it, how long does Pop have? And you said that, and you said he's in a good situation right now to train him well.
Yeah.
But you train him well, he got the nice shiny bike, and we know what happens when you have one bike and that bike turns, old or stale, you go get another one. In this case, Pop is an old coach. He's gonna eventually leave.
I think Pop will coach the Spurs and Wemby just long enough for Udoka to come back home.
Ooh, hot take. Real question is, shout out to the Bottom Line Sports for their question.
Bottom line at the end of the day, Spurs is being talked about.
Brandon or Scoot?
Scoot.
Yeah.
You seen the story? You seen the story the other day? That I know it's lower level, so don't jump on my back. But you see the story the other day about Scoot's mom used to have to bring his birth certificate to the games to make sure people knew that he was of age. That's how bad he was killing dudes. So that's what that is. Like that man.
He got that dog,
Yeah, and he was already killing in was it the G League? He's already doing his thing there. Yeah, he's somewhere between Dame. He's very much like a Dame. Like he reminds me of Dame a lot.
What's his true position?
It's just like Dame. He a power point guard. He reminds me of Dame and Baron Davis type guy, like a power point guard, a scorer, but he's still a point guard.
So that's probably why he's projected to go third. Because Charlotte already got a point guard.
Because Charlotte got a point guard, but again, Charlotte might be under new management now, and that could be some interesting situation. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting situation, but not with the guy that's already on the ball, LaMelo Ball. I feel like he hasn't done anything in my mind to lose his spot, and they're going the right way. If they do go Brandon and not Scoot, Bottom Line Sports asks who will be a better prospect. I'm figuring Brandon or Scoot. I'm going to go Brandon Miller. You know why? Because he beat the case. He didn't even get to the case, actually. You know what I'm saying? So I only want to see what this man does. Like, we have the point guard kingdom. Shout out to Scoot. He'll definitely be pounding the ball wherever he goes. But in this era here, I want to see more two guards, man. I want to see 2 more 2-3s. You know what I'm saying? Developing. I feel like Brandon hits that spot. I want to see Brandon Forbes. Now, we know Scoot going to do his thing. but also right situation too where he is. Obviously, he's going to be a top 3 pick. That's great in his mind. But now with Dame Lillard today and the Blazers shutting trade talks down for now, what potentially happens? Is there a trade tomorrow? Is there not a trade tomorrow?
So I want to speak on what you said about LaMelo, about he hasn't done anything to lose the job. He don't have to. If the guy that you got about to draft, if you really believe in Scoot and you want to draft him and you don't think they can play together and you think he's better, then that's all that needs to be happening. You can move LaMelo and get whatever you want to get with that. That being said, maybe they can play together. That being said, maybe they can just move on and not draft Scoot. To answer the bottom line, your question, look, that's always, you can ask that question if you want to, but the answer to that question is always going to be, yeah, that doesn't mean the next guy can't do it. And also, it's funny because you seem like a Spurs fan. There was years that, yes, he had Timmy, but Tony Parker got a Finals MVP. So if you want to say that Tony Parker was a small guard who led that team to a championship, you can make that case. What I will say is this. It depends on what you put around them.
I do.
That's the real answer to that question. It depends on what you put around them.
Now, no, hold on. My question is, with the way the draft board's going and what's coming out in the last 6 hours, Scoot could possibly drop. And that could be a good thing for a team, at the end of the day. Because now you got Charlotte. Charlotte takes Miller. We'll say Charlotte takes Miller. Now 3 with the Blazers. Now, unless the Blazers go move Anthony Simmons, because we're being told right now that Dame is not going to move. But this may just be a chess game. They may be moved tomorrow. Ultimately, it falls in the hands of the Blazers. Blazers drafted Sam Bowie. Don't make the mistake twice.
You mean a third time? Because they also drafted. They also
Greg
drafted
Oden.
Greg Oden.
Then they walk. No, Walton. Yeah, he did start with them, didn't he?
Who?
Bill Walton.
Bill Walton.
Yeah, Walton.
Bill Walton got a trip though.
It would be
Bill played okay enough to establish his career, to launch his career, and then by the time he was hurt, he was with the Celtics. And with the Celtics, all they needed was a guy to go out there and give him extra minutes and good plays, and that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of these older guys do, especially the guys that are not good all the way around in their years in the league. They can contribute at some point and they still have a job at the end of their careers. So shout out to him.
Also, I wouldn't call Scooter a small guard. Sure, he's 6'2", but he don't play small.
No, he definitely don't play small. He definitely don't play small. So in between 2 and 3, and I mean, maybe after that, it's kind of like, who goes where?
Yo, looking at the draft board, it could get weird. Like if in a weird universe where people just don't want to replace the guard that they already got, Scoot could fall to 6.
Yep, he could fall to 6 to the Orlando Magic.
At that point, they gotta take him if he's still there.
Oh, at that point, they took him. They hit the blossom. If he goes to 6 to Orlando hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
And I'll be real and say, with all that they got, I see Orlando making a playoff push this year. I would say that. I would give Scoot that much only because they have a guy that's generational and Paulo, and they're trying to get everything jump started. They're a team that competes, and hey, every year there's a new team that sniffs. The Pistons ain't gonna sniff. The Wizards ain't gonna sniff. Magic might be that team to pop out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we go down there. So since we're here, we're gonna go through the projected draft order picks first round. Shout out to Bleacher Report. We already hit 2 and 3. 2 being Brandon Miller to the Charlotte Hornets and Scoot Henderson, number 3, to the Portland Trail Blazers via any Fugazi stuff that goes on tomorrow night. Number 4, Houston Rockets, Amon Thompson, who's been going up on draft boards. They're saying this man right here, he's a guard combo, and they're saying that this man, he's moved up. Because
Amos a beast, man. He's a freak athlete. He's big, he's long. He could do pretty much everything. He got to work on the jumper a bit, but he's a freak athlete, can defend. I mean, I like what he brings to the table.
Definitely. The question is whether the Rockets have confidence, and we don't even know why we entered James Harden. Honestly, to be real, you don't even need James Harden. James Harden's not going to bring a value of leadership to your team, and I mean, we all know what James Harden could bring as a leader and I think we all have the same answers, I'm not bringing him there. Ime, if I'm Ime, I'm not bringing him there. Let this team grow. You've got the pieces. Continue to grow the pieces and let the team grow. Let's see what can happen.
What's up, Dominic? We still around.
Appreciate you.
Also, your comment was taking a team to the chip, not necessarily winning it, but taking them to the chip. Iverson got his team. Iverson got a team to the finals with little to no help. So you get it good. Again, it's about what you got around them.
So that's an accomplishment.
They got Jalen Green. They add Thompson. You got pieces over there. Kevin Porter Jr. still over there. You can flaunt with him during the season.
I hear he's probably gonna move, but we'll see.
Yeah. Number 5, and there's a lot of people. There's people moving up because of the Cam Whitmore situation. Cam Whitmore, I'm hearing having some medical opinions getting thrown at him. You know, scouts getting thrown medical reports of him. You know, seeing him slip a bit. But number 5, the Detroit Pistons. I would say, hey, you know, this is another typical draft for them. They used to this. The Pistons are used to this. Like, yep, top 5. It's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're gonna choose in the mock draft with their 5th pick, Jarris Walker, power forward from Houston. Seems to be a lock between 5 and 9. Ultimately, his fit, versatility, projected readiness over Asul Thompson, the brother Armand, his highest ceiling. So they may see him in the potential to shoot threes, attack closeouts, pass off wide dribbles, and apparently complementary shifts to Jalen Duren. So the Pistons here, they're just making a pick because they're here. And I would say this is a piece that, I mean, obviously it's going to grow their team, but at the same time, we don't even know what direction they're going in. There's so many like draft picks they have every year, so the direction changes. Who's the man? Obviously, Ivy put up the numbers last year while Cunningham wasn't there. So, and they go in his direction. And we talked about this, Will, plenty of times about, you know, potential trade situations with the Pistons. They have to do something in terms of trade because they have to make the direction steady for the guys that they're bringing in, especially being the top 5 draft pick. This is what I'm saying, dog. The Pistons have to move. They have to relocate these guys. Because even with the draft shuffle and the so-called, you know, shape up of the draft, the new shape up, these guys are in the same place, Will. It's sad. Yeah. It's actually pretty sad.
Hold on. I gotta address this right quick. So look, let me be clear. You're talking all time when for 90% of the league's existence, the teams were built around big men anyways. So if you want to shrink the time span of when we've actually allowed guards to do the guard thing that they've been doing lately, that's a much smaller window. And in that smaller window, we have Iverson, we have Curry. So it's not like you have guys like Tony Parker. Sure, you want to call Tony Parker Robin, except I guess Robin's win finals MVP now. Like that year, he was that guy. So look, I get what you're saying, but this is just something that people like to say, but it doesn't really mean anything, unfortunately.
Right. And you could be your guy. It could be your guy, but the guy can't win just being the guy. The guy has to win with other counterparts. So I can agree with both of you guys' aspect and parts, but at the same time, it's a team game. And shout out to Will for the Tony Parker comment. And hey,
and look, another one, Kyrie Irving. You want to call Kyrie Irving Robin? Sure, but he was also their best scorer and clutch guy at the time. When so like
put team on his back.
It depends on how you want to view it.
Put the team on his back, and that's what happens in series like that, where your best player is either getting double teamed or he's having a bad game, and it's up to the guys under the pit money. But in terms of, I think where bottom line sports shout out to you guys again is speaking on is I feel like
purely he's talking about purely like the number one star.
Like Scoop is like a superstar. And we know he's not a superstar, he has to grow in the mold. But I don't like the chances in the queue. I don't like the chances in the point guard kingdom unless he's in a good situation.
Right, but that I feel that way. That's the situation for every position. Like every position, you're gonna need another guy. You're gonna need other guys to help you. Like it's not.
That's what I'm saying. So is Portland gonna make him the guy tomorrow, or he's gonna be somewhere on another team, or the guy, or just be a guy that's like it's. And we gotta see his attitude too. We gotta see his attitude on draft night too, because that's gonna tell a lot too. If he drops, he's projected to go top 3.
Yeah.
So if the Blazers ain't gonna make that move to go get him, or the Hornets ain't gonna make that move to go get him, wherever he goes next, it's kind of like he's definitely gonna have the fire to go out there and go crazy and then prove us wrong, prove the haters wrong, whoever's talking, that he can't lead the team. But it's gonna be interesting to see, man, because this dude's been waiting to get his opportunity. He's killing in the G League, but then you got this 7'5" dude over you. Is the reason why you not number 1 projected. So now you might be a deck of cards, or you might be the next card up, man. But Pistons with Jarris Walker. Hopefully he brings light to that team. Hopefully the Pistons can compete and stay healthy this year. And I don't really know what else to say about them, man. I don't see the playoffs next year. Hopefully, with Marty Williams there, he can resort to some type of structure there. It doesn't really work. Orlando Magic at number 6, Anthony Black from Arkansas.
Shout out to them Dunkerville Panthers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Dunkerville Panthers, man. With Paulo Banchero and Franz Wagner, the Magic may have to pass on a forward like Cam Whitmore, who we mentioned earlier, whose medical reports have also raised some questions. They also can see some upside in Black, more than Markelle Fultz. And the front office does have a recent history of valuing skill and versatility over athleticism. He has the fans all over him for his coveted mix of positional size, passing, and defense. Picking the ball, too. Shout out little dude, man, my man.
Little dude,
man. Ron couldn't do it without Wade, Bosh, and Kyrie. Yeah. Jordan couldn't do it without Pippen and Rodman, man. You can be the scorer of the century, and you still would need someone to help in other areas. Shout out to him. Isaiah Thomas was the last guy to win. Shout out to Big Zeke. Shout out to my man. I also heard about Big Zeke. I heard Zeke had a
Curry was the last. Then
I heard Isaiah Thomas was one of the head reasons why CP3 was dealt to the Wizards.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And they're thinking about bringing him in the Suns organization in some type of capacity. He just hasn't accepted anything. He just been kind of working with them off the scenes.
You want to bring him into the organization, though?
Huh?
He got a bad track record as a GM.
No, and that's why they keep him under. But it's crazy that was told, and the NBA just like, read the book. You know what I'm saying? It's not paying no mind to it at all. But Isaiah, shout out to Zeke, man, because he definitely was the small man to get there and win it. Now, there's guys that have been there, but at the end of the day, Zeke led a pair of troops that were just guys that were just scrappy players. You go out there and go get it. And that's a team aspect, man. That's another team aspect of the game. Isaiah wouldn't have done it if he didn't have those other guys next to him. Joe Dumars wasn't D'ing up Michael Jordan on a nightly basis. And Lambert and wasn't smacking people up. And Mahorn.
Okay, bottom line. What about Chauncey? 6'3", best player on that team. Won a chip. It's another one. So already we in all our back and forth, we talked about a bunch of guys who've actually gotten there. And the point is that the window is small in even attempts. Not a lot of people have even attempted this.
I'm a side non-playing. I ain't gonna do that. I'm an asshole. I said Ben Wallace was the best on that Pistons team. But Chauncey got there in the finals. Chauncey played great in the finals. He played great in the finals. But Ben Wallace was that Pistons. No. But in that finals, where it was all on the line, and you had Kobe and Shaq over there, and the guard outplayed them from the other team, and it was Chauncey Billups. Outstanding, man. That man definitely goes in that list.
Wallace is a great defender, but that team was Chauncey's team.
No, that team was that team was Chauncey's team. But I'm saying Ben Wallace, not Rasheed Wallace. Ben Wallace.
I know. I said Ben. I'm saying Ben Wallace, great defender, but that was Chauncey's. He was the best player. He was the best player on that team. He defended and he was great on the other end.
People don't. I'm a defensive guy.
Yeah, but then like Chauncey didn't play defense.
No. I'm a defensive guy, so you don't normally see defensive guy. You see defensive guys sometimes be a leader of the team, but it gets overlooked when you have people that score the basketball on the hoop. Ben Wallace, I feel, was the best on that team because every defensive play ended up into the guards on that team being able to dominate. That energy that he gave you a possession, gave them guards, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, gave Tayshaun Prince, gave them all confidence on the team to go out there and hoop. That's why I felt like Ben Wallace was the best on that team. But Chauncey played the best in the finals to get the MVP. He outplayed one of the best guards in the NBA, Kobe Bryant. Outplay Kobe Bryant. You deserve to win.
I respect your stance, and respectfully, Chauncey Billups was the best player on that team, period. Period.
He not changing your outlook on that.
Nah, I love what Ben did. Ben is the engine that made that whole team go in terms of their claim to fame was defense, and he was the best defender overall on that team. So I get why you get to that level. And he's the best rebounder on the team. I understand that. But they don't even look, he could do that anywhere and not go anywhere without a guy like Chauncey leading that show, hitting the big shots, and still playing defense on his own right. Getting them guys in line, yeah.
And being my man Kobe. Being my man Kobe, man. We got sideline because that's what we do over here, man.
We get it. This is why we're here. That's why we're here.
Yes, sir.
What we got next? What we got next on the list?
7, Taylor Hendricks to the Indiana Pacers, power forward out of UCF. The Pacers need to improve their shooting and defense, and the 19-year-old looks like draft's top 3-and-D prospect. Teams also believe that Indiana will be active in trade talks, which they always on the scene, Indiana, because they have some players definitely that are movable as they look for a veteran and figure out what to do with pick 26, 29, and 32 of the draft. So that they have picks. So we can see the Pacers particularly trading some counterparts, Buddy Hield, for instance, Miles Turner. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Trying to
all them picks, man. It must be weird to have all them picks at the back of a draft, though.
And I'm hearing
the back of the first round.
Man, I'm hearing Larry Bird's back sniffing the front not the front office, but sniffing the organization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? He must have got bored of that portion in French Lick.
The game's here. The game's at the highest peak right now. And I feel like the OGs have to really respect that shit. Like, and it's crazy that the OGs, this and that. But dude, you grew around in the same game, just at a different time. And I feel like y'all haven't been showing the real brotherhood to these guys. And some of these guys wouldn't act how they are if y'all didn't act how y'all act. So it just goes hand in hand to me in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Just from an NBA playing OG standpoint, man. Shout out to Larry Bird, man. You could lay on the couch and say, man, forget the game. People Phil Jackson and say, man, forget this. But you come back, you see something
that rocking chair.
You know what I'm saying? Got the rocking chair, man. Hey, man. Magic out, chilling. Isaiah out, chilling. Mike Jordan out, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Larry. Yeah. That back ain't put an icy pad on it. But nah, man, Larry's over there. You know there's going to be some action going on because with Larry, you already know there's always action going around, no matter what city that man's in. The Washington Wizards, number 8, as they're looking for a new star, as the number 1 star. Well, actually, number 1 and number 2 stars are gone now.
God, Audra Thompson, though. I like this kid.
Audra Thompson,
overtime undrafted.
He's 20.
Definitely.
Yeah, Kuz probably on his way out too. They're rebuilding entirely.
They say he offers the most upside on the board at 8 with his unbeatable quickness and explosion, plus button playmaking ability and improving shot making. This guy's the twin, man. Which twin's gonna be better? Or would their ceilings be the Collins brothers? Would their ceiling be the Lopez brothers? Would their ceiling be better than both twins that we just mentioned? And this new generation, the sky is definitely the limit for these two. I hope they both succeed. I think
they're gonna be a little better than the Martin brothers.
Martin. Oh, Caleb and
Caleb, yeah, Caleb and what's the other one? The one who just balling? Caleb and is it Corey or something like that?
I don't know Caleb. I forgot that they was brothers. I'm like, dog. When they team on the, I'm like, ain't that the same dude off the Hornets? And then it was like.
Now, one of them, I think the Hornets one's still on the Hornets.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, ain't he on the Hornets?
That's the funny thing is he was supposed to be the better one.
He was supposed to be the better one. Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. So Washington, man, a lot of moves. Bill moves. Chris Porzingis moved earlier to Boston. Then Kyle Kuzma opted out his contract. I feel like with this move right here, do they let Kyle Kuzma walk? I don't think so. I think they re-up on Kyle Kuzma and they bring this guy in, man, and it looks like poetry in motion with these guys. You know, though the season will be a disaster for the Washington Wizards, man. Sorry, young man, that you got to enter the league playing for a stink organization like this. Indeed. Going on, mama? How you doing?
It's mama.
Good.
Mama.
Salute, Mama Renee.
We got number 9, Utah Jazz, Cam Whitmore.
So this is what they're saying Whitmore falls to.
They're saying Whitmore falls to with the medical issues. A few teams gonna pass. Hopefully no more than 9 passes on him. This could be an opportunity for the Jazz and others to buy low on the 18-year-old who shows no signs of any injury affecting his explosiveness during the season. The Jazz are also expected to explore, as we mentioned, because we know they got a lot of picks and they got a lot of collateral in their back pocket, different trade possibilities with 3 first-round picks.
Okay.
Number 10, Dallas Mavericks. The second
Mavericks.
Metropolitans 92 player selected in the draft, Bilal Kolobi. Small forward. They expect the Mavericks to trade this pick, though. And Bilal Kolobi could be an upside target for a team looking to take a big swing. The 18-year-old season just came to an end last week when he scored 8 points on 5 shots in Game 3 of the LNB Finals, which him and Victor, was playing on the same team.
Koulibaly. I think y'all should take Grady Dick if he's there.
So this is the thing right here. 11. Orlando Magic.
Grady Dick.
They go get Grady Dick. They go get their guy under the sun. He needs a 10. And what other place to beat in Orlando, man? It's still there at number 11, and it will swing upside at number 6, and then target shooting in the late lottery, which is definitely smart if you can do that for the Magic. You know what I'm saying? Definitely improving your team even more than it has with the young boys. If Dick is gone, Jordan Hawkins from Connecticut is another consideration draw.
I like
another
that.
name to look at if Grady Dick's not there at 11 for Orlando, which brings us to one of the most surprising teams last year. They got collateral as well. We know that, and that's the Oklahoma City Thunder choosing Derek Lively II from Duke. They said the sources of interest the Thunder have in him have escalated to the point where teams as well may trade into the top 10 to snag him on draft night. Now, for a Duke player to do all that on draft night, you better think about that. Sleep good. Really.
Here's the thing about him is that originally he was supposed to be, like, coming into college, he was supposed to be, like, he was a top 5 recruit.
Yes.
And so he didn't play up to his potential at Duke, but it was also a weird season and stuff like that. So people are thinking that he came around defensively, so they think defensively he'll make an impact right away. I actually like
workout.
Yeah, I like him for Dallas also. I think
as I said, a couple teams said they might try to trade it, so Dallas potentially could try to go trade to go get him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dallas, as coach,
might not even have to. Yeah,
you need a guy to protect the rim, and
he would do well.
You're speaking on him, so why not start young at that position instead of trying to go get old hangers and cliffhangers, clothes hangers that are not going to do nothing for you. So if he goes to Oklahoma City Thunder, that's another dynamite pick to go along with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You got Giddey.
That's a long team, man.
Chet coming back next year, man. So definitely it. Number 13, we got a Kobe in the building, but it's not Kobe. It's Kobe Buffkin from Michigan. A guard. Has fans in the lottery, and both his workout schedule and camp have also been quiet, leaving some believers he has good ideas of where he may end up. Dion Waiters situation there. We know what the Dion Waiters situation was. They didn't really have to work out because they was telling you was going to be there, and you was guaranteed this type of spot. The guard offers skill, versatility, IQ, making him highly adaptable to any situation. Young man, he's 19 years old like Dion Waiters was. Hopefully your career don't end like Dion Waiters. Smells like it. New Orleans Pelicans at 14. Jalen Hood Shamfino. Guard from Indiana, 20 years old. High as knife on draft boards. We're hearing that significant buzz during his workouts to the point where rival agents don't participate in being on the board outside the lottery. 15, Atlanta Hawks, Carson Wallace. Point guard from Kentucky. there's some things, man. You know, the end of the season going into the tournament, man. You know, looked like Kentucky was gonna make some noise, a lot more noise in a bit. But the lead sources say that Atlanta Hawks may explore the idea of trading DeAndre Hunter when AJ Griffin needed more playing time. Shout out to my man AJ Griffin. I told people to watch out for him, man, last year. And he produced it, man. He's about to take somebody's spot. Any deal may affect this pick, but Carson Wallace would give the Hawks a different look from Trae Young and Dejounte Murray with more control, pace, and defense. I mean, like you said, Will, he could potentially be on the move. Murray in a couple years, or next year, potentially back to San Antonio.
Right.
Young is big trade bait right now, you know, in the point guard kingdom. Teams that need a guard. And this guy could be the future, or they can go and kind of flip it. I don't know what they do with that pick, but it's going to be interesting to see. I think they flip it. Utah Jazz, 16, second pick of the first round, via the Timberwolves, Jordan Hawkins from Connecticut. He is 21 years old, national champion.
To be a weird pick for them.
Yes, definitely a weird pick for them.
Just because they got the Ochai. They got like the guy from Kansas last year, a shooter on the wing. So it's like the same type of dude.
Jazz can add more shot making support with Jordan Hawkins, who put together one of the most convincing seasons, 109 3-pointers, including 19 during the national championship run. The draft's most productive off-screen shooter should be an easy fit as a catch-and-shoot weapon. Maybe Utah's trying to go get these big men down there doing the thing and then go light up shooters. I mean, it's not a bad recipe in the way the NBA is going. So, hey, why not go add another loaded shooter? And you got a lot of mess down towards the bottom. Like, you know, you got the core guys, but then you got some mess down there, particularly guys that you can let go, guys that you just kept because, you know, just for the competitiveness. You know, there's a lot of guys on that team. I don't know how. I'd like to see how their roster shaped up for opening night. The Jazz could be another team too. That can
movers and shakers. Yeah,
definitely.
Trades.
Number 17, we got a number one. We got a first round pick, man. That's the Los Angeles Lakers, man.
First time in how many years?
First time in some time, man. You know what New Orleans do with the picks they got from us. Still it could be continued. But Keontae George from Baylor, shooting guard. There's some fading appeal in scoring two guards who aren't plus playmakers or struggle defensively. Keontae George sounds vulnerable to a slide, but his shot-making prowess should be too much for teams searching for more offensive power. So I don't know if they're telling the Lakers not to take this pick, but I think that's what they're telling the Lakers, don't make this pick. The young guy, you know, only shoot for improvement. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be crazy to see what the Lakers do with their pick. Coming in, and you already know what you're coming into. It's gonna be interesting. I don't have no faith of who we draft. I don't have no faith of us drafting anybody or drafting like crazy. But I mean, hey, I hope that he's great.
Pelicans made some moves with those picks, man. Pretty sure they got Herbert Jones, who's balling. I think Dyson Daniels maybe one of those picks.
I'm talking about in terms of the playoff position. You know, they was in
Trey Murphy. Don't be hating, man.
What's good with you? After the top three picks, Noah Clowney will end up being the second best player to come out of this draft in about 2 or 3 years. Ooh, good take, man. Good take.
So the picks that the Pelicans got from the Lakers: Jackson Hayes, Alexander Walker, Luzada, Didi Luzada.
So not the good guys. They didn't pick those up. I tried to sell some tickets. Tickets.
I sell some tickets for Unc, man. So, he tried to sell tickets too, and he didn't sell shit.
Damn near win 4-13.
4-13. Miami Heat 18. Now the Miami Heat, you know, kind of in trade discussions and whatnot. You know, trade this piece, get that piece. You know, improve your team. Stay afloat in the Eastern Conference before you drown. But with that organization, they never seem to drown. They just seem to just be able to just hit the waves and do their thing. But they choosing Oliver Maxime Prosper, small forward from where?
Marquette.
Oh man, Marquette, man, he must love them some Marquette guys as their stars. Can this man be a star in the making? Star reviews are coming about how hard he has competed during workouts. I mean, Jimmy Butler works hard, Dwayne Wade works hard. It's kind of a recipe, huh? Mm-hmm. Maybe we need to start talking about him as one of the top players in the draft. Sources around the league think he's built enough momentum to start drawing top 20 consideration with outstanding physical tools, more to defense, and correctable shooting, driving the interest. Kind of issues that Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade had coming out of, oh my God, this sounded like picture perfect. Should I name him the best player in this draft now, or should I just shut up?
Cut that out.
Just shut up.
Hey, what I will say is Miami will probably get the most out of him that anybody would get out of their players, man, because Miami always does that.
Exactly. That's kind of boom. But you had some guys, you had a couple not scrubs, had a couple on the low guys last year from Miami that was getting run. Like
undrafted dudes, man.
I want to go check out a Miami open run, like in Florida. Like
what do they do? Like what is Spo doing to those players that they play way above what they're supposed to play?
You got to remember his background, man. He broke down
film study all day.
Broke down the tape. 19, the Golden State Warriors. Do they let Poole go? Draymond's looking for more money, or are they gonna give him back? But we know they have a draft pick in the top 20. So number 19, Brennan Posmitsky, a guard from Santa Clara. If I pronounce his name right, I'm happy I did, but I probably didn't. 20 years old. Strengthened his first round case at the combine, leaving scouts more confident that his shot making, playmaking, and rebounding can translate. The Santa Clara guard would give Golden State second unit some extra creation and shot making.
I'm just fascinated they're talking about a guard for them. They're planning now for that old age of the Splash Brothers, man. They're realizing the clock's ticking.
Yeah, definitely.
By the
that
time
Steph Curry cables are running like Duracell batteries right now. At some point, they're gonna go off. And Clay probably declined a little bit, but still has shades of Clay. So I guess that's a plus.
So how old is Clay?
How
old is Clay? I know Steph is 35.
I think Clay's like 34.
32, 33, yeah.
Okay.
Let me check. On that Clay Thompson. My mama gonna say Clay. I'm gonna say Clay.
He just turned 33 in February.
He turned 33 in February. Smoking a lot of marijuana too. Shout out to Clay Thompson, man. Clay be fucking it down, dog.
Gotta get how you get it.
Clay be doing it down, dog. The interviews watching him back in the day should be funny as hell, dog.
Yeah, he's low key one of the funniest dudes in the league.
Because in college he got banned. For burning butt, and I think on the campus or something he got hit for burning some trees.
Really?
Similar story to himself. Yeah. He got suspended a couple games, man, for burning a tree.
My man, Clay, shout out to you, dog.
Yeah, he also ended up way better in the league than he was in college. So like,
definitely,
there might have been some reason. Or it was hurting him then, and then he got it together. Yeah.
Houston Rockets at 20 via the Clippers. This is a guy that we talked about a few weeks ago. I think he has the ultimate good card because he's a guard that played some years in college. Ben Shepherd, 21, shooting guard from Belmont. Don't really see him, but he does do what he do, and he's become a popular riser in the first round discussion. Whoever picks here could value his shooting versatility and ability to put pressure on defenses as an extra pick and roll ball handler.
He's had a real good pre-draft workouts.
Yeah, he's been showing out. Yeah, that's why he keeps rising.
He need a haircut though.
Yo, a few of these brothers do, man.
Hair is crazy nowadays, man. The time has changed with these hairstyles, man.
Yeah, except every generation says that about the last generation.
Exactly.
But this generation is really good. They just have abandoned all picks and combs. It's crazy.
I can't wait for the outfits though. I cannot wait to see what these players are wearing for this draft.
Yeah.
Always a point of emphasis. Number 21, the Brooklyn Nets. Nick Smith Jr., shooting guard from Arkansas. Injuries affected junior season and ineffectively cast a cloud over it. Scouts sounded pleased with his pro day. Still plenty of confidence in his shot making and 3-level scoring, despite what the percentages at Arkansas say. would give Brooklyn a more extra self-creation and three-point scoring off the bench.
Video won't play. Oh, well.
Maybe he'll get traded. Maybe Brooklyn will just trade the pick, man. But overall, the Brooklyn Nets, another pick, 22. Yeah, one of these picks are being flipped. One of these picks are being flipped. Maybe not. Maybe Brooklyn keeps both of them. But the projected 22nd pick is Leonard Miller, a G League Ignite player, along with Scoot Henderson, small forward. And this time last year, Miller was seen as more of an ideal than a surface line NBA pro. I guess playing with a dog like him, like Scoot, maybe Henderson's bringing some light to motherfuckers. If I'm going to the league, you come into the league with me, and guess what? You're a first rounder now, potentially.
Yeah,
we don't know.
True.
Now he has a season worth for solid G League production, gradual improvement, and attractive combination of 6'9" size, wing skills, and all things that make him a first round pick. Shout out to the young brother, man, working on your game. Having great leaders around you. To have you elaborate and develop your game, man.
Yeah, he's still 19. He's just a baby.
Just a baby. Now, this right here, number 23, the Portland Trailblazers, they're saying that this man, if you like his brother, you'll like him.
Yeah.
And this is Chris Murray, Keegan Murray's brother, power forward, 22, comes off as NBA ready, like bro is, with similar shot making as his twin brother. They're twin brothers. So,
yeah.
Let's see if both twins can make a splash in the NBA. Though his age doesn't scream upside, he looks the part of a top 5 combo forward in the 2022 draft class. And you got to remember, dog, when you play that much basketball, it translates.
High basketball IQ.
You're a lot smarter than a lot of young dumb fucks.
I hope he falls one more pick.
What are you laughing at, Coach?
Laughing at you at the end for a lot of dumb fucks. So we bringing that heat.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, we talk like, and I love that we still give praise to these 3-4 year plays, man. Like they can make it. Not everybody, not every 3 or 4 year player, not every junior, senior, but this guy definitely could make more, man. He definitely could be a star in the league, man. Don't overlook the age ever, man. Age, the older you are, I feel like the older you are, the stronger you get. Number 24, Sacramento Kings, and they choose Noah Clowney. Shout out to the Bottom Line Sports, said that this man might be the second best player to come out the draft in about a year, 2 or 3. He enters the league with a project label, though certain teams will be willing to invest and wait on the potential reward of adding front court 3 and D. I believe this is like a Jackson Hayes situation. Because I still like Jackson Hayes is still in developmental mode. And if this guy has a ceiling like him, maybe you do wait on this. Maybe this is something, not probably like second best player in this draft, but something to look for.
Yeah, he's gonna be a nice man. Especially, I just think he got the size to. He gonna exactly. They definitely needs some work, some development, but he got all the potential in the world to be a really good center in the league.
Definitely. Then we go
Hawkins.
We go down. Memphis Grizzlies.
Jaime Hawkins Jr.
They go higher. Jamie Jaquez to hold the guns, to hold the clips. You know what I'm saying? Small forward from Michigan, and he looked like a guy that holds a couple clips for you. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Howard considered a top 20 prospect at one point, but there are red flags that complicate his current draft stock, including a lack of rebounding. No, I'm reading the wrong person. Booted this shit.
Yep.
I'm reading Jeff Howard. We're never going to talk about it. Jamie Vasquez will be on teams in the 20 and 30s willing to forget about upside in his age, instead valuing the higher floor tied to his physicality and tangibles and versatility. We talked about him last week, and I'm like, I know this ain't the same dude that they just talked about last week. In a week, he lost all his draft stock.
No, I like Jaime Hawkins. He's a workhorse type of player. He gets around. He does everything that the team needs. Every team needs a guy like Jaime Hawkins.
No bullshit. This is why I believe needs to happen. And it won't happen, but it needs to. He needs to slap up John Morant. John Morant needs to get slapped up by like a rookie or something. To really realize this. Do that. Jamie Vasquez, man, don't let y'all step up to you, dog. So give him a left hook. Number 26, Pacers. Now I can talk about Jet Howard. I already gave you half of the script on him. But he's still valued despite his lack of rebounding, playmaking, and defense. Still valued translatable skill set for off-ball scoring. His draft range is wide, likely from number 15 to 30. Number 27, the Charlotte Hornets select Jordan Walsh from Arkansas, small forward. Clearly has fans, including some who may convince him to stay in the draft. I think this man should have stayed in college, but that's just me. His defensive versatility and intensity could sway teams to look past his scoring limitations. Walsh will have a defined role that calls for getting stops and making hustle plays.
Sound
The
like a
Utah
Maverick
Jazz at number 28. Derek Whitehead, this combo guard forward from Duke. He just underwent a secondary that is, to fix an unhealed foot injury, which is compelled by next physician Martin O'Malley.
Completed. He should be all right.
He'll definitely. I feel like he'll definitely be all right, but to see that the draft, this is probably a steal. This around 24 to like 28, like steal territory. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get a steal right here. And this is potentially a steal right here if it goes in the direction of Utah. Like I said, Utah has tons of picks. They're gonna get tons of young people, and potentially they're probably gonna be drafting 4 teams. You know what I'm saying? To try to go get some value back. So shout out to the Jazz, man. Shout out to this pick in general, man. Shout out to this man. He's definitely gonna be drafted, but they're definitely gonna get a good piece with this man. Once he's on the court 100% healthy, he's a good player. Nice overall play, nice kid. Hope nothing but the best, man. And it's crazy that I'm saying nothing but the best for a Dookie, but hey, it is what it is. Number 29, the Indiana Pacers select Ryan Rupert from New Zealand. Played for the Breakers. He's 19 years old. Will draw first-round looks just based off the appeal to long wings. 7'2" wingspan and shot-making potential. However, his limited production in NBL has also led to low confidence level in scouts.
Yeah, you can't produce there. It's not looking good for you.
Right, definitely not. And you're going to need to produce with the Pacers. So, essentially, that's your ceiling. That's where you are, man. Maybe fall into the second round if you don't have no confidence in themselves. Maybe. Number 30. Last pick of the first round, and that goes to the lost injury Clippers. The lost injury Clippers. As today, they went to go get Malcolm Brogdon in the 3-way with Boston and the Wizards. And I sat here and I thought to myself, and they gave him a first rounder.
Yeah, not their best word.
I said a lot. What I said about Brogdon last year, where everybody was howling and hooting about picking him up for the Celtics, I said he's injury prone. He survived most of the season.
Clippers keep kicking the can down.
So the Clippers got him now. So the Clippers have Kawhi Leonard. Their projected lineup can be Chris Paul, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Brogdon, and a center that's Zubac. And Zubac probably gonna get hurt this season. I'm playing with these motherfuckers. Crazy.
That's wild. Well,
they thought they were the best team in LA. Yeah, right. Hold my beer. The Clippers select Maxwell Lewis, small forward from Pepperdine. I used to love hearing Pepperdine, man.
Yeah.
Playing with them in the old school college games. Playing with a mid-major.
Are they Ivy?
No, Pepperdine. No, they're not Ivy. They're somewhere.
They're in Cali, I think, right?
Where?
Cali.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think they're somewhere in there. I think they're somewhere in the West Coast. Hold on, now I gotta look, man. We gotta do Pepperdine knowledge now. We can't leave here without knowing what Pepperdine is.
And then LA County, actually.
Mm-hmm. Malibu, but let's
Then the WCC.
Oh, okay, WCC. Okay, so that's the conference with Gonzaga and San Francisco and the rest of the cool St. Mary's. Scouts been trying to weigh Maxwell's physical profile, 3-level shot making, and enticing creation flashes versus Pepperdine's 9-22 record in the sophomore's inconsistent defense against lower level competition. We should look at Tristan in the workout setting with body in the wing and the shooting versatility to hit different type of jumpers from all over.
And that's that for the draft. It's your mock.
And that's that for the NBA.
That's your first round for your first round.
Draft. So we got a few more minutes here. So we got some questions. Not about this. It could be about the draft. But I'm just got some random questions. I want you guys to answer these the best you could. Because a lot could go down tomorrow, and a lot definitely gonna go down after the draft. So, question number 1: will Zion be a Pelican after tomorrow night?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I say no.
I think he'll stay be there through the draft.
Yeah, I think he's a good draft day move.
I gotta. You know what? I don't have my drop for the X-Files, but I was seeing somebody was saying, the whole issue that he's got, with the crazy ex threading and stuff like that, that can be a move that he asked her to do to get him out of New Orleans.
Yeah, but that doesn't help. That also lowers your value too. So, I mean, maybe that'd be a good move.
Now, I'm not saying, I ain't.
That'd be a fascinating way to go. That'd be a fascinating way to go about that. I think it's more likely that brother has trouble keeping it in his pants. But if so, then he's playing chess. If that's the case, he's playing 3D chess. My man playing 3D chess out here, man. I mean, I know he's a dookie, but he's only there for a year. So before that, he was dunking on little white kids.
So let me ask you this, Will.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. We talked about it a little bit during the pre-show meeting.
Yeah.
So if and when the draft, the trade goes through, how does KP make y'all stack up to compete for a title next year?
It's going to be KP's impact is going to be very similar to CP3's impact. He got to stay healthy for it to matter. Now, if he stays healthy, he stretches the court. He gives you. Remember all them? How many threes did we watch Al Horford miss? My man
missed quite a bit.
Yeah, right. So we watch Al Horford miss a bunch of those threes. He won't miss those threes. Not all of them. He'll hit it. In fact, he's gonna get you some buckets down low.
Okay.
You got to keep the knees fresh. Yeah. I think we in the move we're gonna lose. We're losing the 6th man of the year, but I think the way D White played this year made Brogdon's contributions expendable. So like we'll still be good there.
Right. And my word, another quote from Gilbert. When the man that's making less money is killing you in practice, in the translation, pretty much.
I do like JB, JT, MSKP, and the big. I like it. I've been bugging y'all for a bit, man. I've been bugging to get a big man who can score.
Y'all needed. I said a 2010 guy, which is hard to come by. People don't really get those dominant numbers like that. There's only so many people in the league that do it. But I said y'all needed something like it. Kristaps Porzingis had a great season last year, averaged 23-8. Now I'm not saying that's going to translate to 23-8 here, but that could translate to like 17-18 in about 5 and 6.
He can still get the 8. He can still get the 8 here.
He can still get the 8 or whatever. That's good. That's something on track for what you need. Now let me see how it works.
And more importantly, every team that he's been on, they try to make him the primary rim protector. Here, he's going to be just a help defender, which will give that long frame and the ability to get blocks a lot of value, more value than it's had in other places.
And all this is somebody to help. This is what I said. Somebody to help those two guys in JT and JB when the offense is not there. When they're in the trenches, when their mind's boggling, and you're about to pay these guys big bread. So you need somebody that's experienced the NBA lights, experienced the tribulations and situations, able to come back around it, and still be a prime player. You need somebody like that.
So those are the pros. The cons are, yes, the health thing. We got to keep them healthy. The other cons are we were already shooting too many threes.
Yes, shooting too many threes. So you have a guy that's going to do that.
And now we have a 7'4" guy who's going to shoot threes.
Yes.
So
yes, indeed.
It could get fascinating.
Defense.
That's a lot of faith, dog.
It's a lot of faith. What I say is this: I do think that I don't think we're done either making moves.
Yeah, you're not, because now you just got a guy on your roster that is going to cost you, $37 million in salary. So I think you're going to shred somebody else, just to try to make things go around work.
And I hear that when we get him, we plan to sign him to the max he can get for 2 years. So 2 years, $77 million, I think it was. So my question is, where's the money coming from? Is JB gonna have to wait for his contract?
No.
Is he not even gonna get it yet?
No. I think it's there. It's just a matter. The reason why the money's there, because you got JT's. You got JT still playing basically until he gets his number on the book. So you can try it. You can see how Porzingis is for a year. If not, whatever, you can trade his ass somewhere else.
So what about the possibility of y'all trading away Peyton Pritchard to try to get back into the first round?
If we trade again, I think any moves we making, they're not gonna be for guys in the draft. I don't think we're worried about the draft. I think we're worried about playmakers or people who can make a difference now.
Right, you have to. Like, the window is there. The window is open. You have
it's open, but we slowly closing that shit a little bit. So we gotta keep that shit open.
Right, and you still got
Grant Williams going to walk then, right?
You can't. Yeah, I don't know how Grant stays. I don't see how he's able to stay. So,
and you got Gallinari that opted into his deal. Did he get traded?
Gallinari might be part of that deal. They needed him to go.
Yes.
Part of that deal. Okay. So because he opted into his deal a couple days ago. But Grant. Yeah, if Grant's demanding money, if Grant's agent's demanding that dollar, which they, deserve to based on what he did last season, I guess. Go ahead. But yeah, I don't know how the Celtics do keep him, but they have a young guy in J.D. Davidson. That's over, you know what I'm saying?
I like him.
Doing this thing, and they can bring him up next year as well. They can keep Peyton. Actually, I'll be real. You either keep Peyton because you're not gonna get shit for him. Because the way he's performed and the way you utilize him and the way he does shit when he does play doesn't translate.
I disagree. I think I've heard rumors that a lot of people want that player.
No. A lot of people want that for the use. Coach said to jump back in the first round. I ain't trading.
Oh, nah, you're not gonna. Again, I don't think there's a need for us to get into the first round. If we're jumping back into the first round, it could be a package deal, including Peyton.
I would trade Peyton right now for cash consideration.
Yeah,
to free up cap space.
For real. Because at the end of the day, okay, whatever team uses him, okay, he'll go to a team. Okay, they'll use him because they have to use him. And that's about it.
No, teams legitimately like him, though. Not just.
I want to know what teams like him.
A lot. I don't know why you didn't see that. So look, last year, our backcourt got flooded, so he lost time. The year before, he was balling.
No. I actually was mad because he was balling, and I felt like
I wanted him to play more.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't play more. So I'm saying I was arguing with people at my job, like, yo, you gotta let Pritchard play. You gotta at least see how he plays. Like, you can't just sit him there. He's a top.
But the problem is you couldn't play him over Brogdon or D. White.
No, I understand. I understand that, but it's just like, damn, like, and then you leave him a year. Now it's like, okay, now when you're opening up space somewhat, you gonna get rid of him? Nah, you gotta let him play. Keep him. I would keep him from Celtics.
I think he played himself out of Boston. Like, he's well enough that he gotta move him. We're probably gonna move him.
Okay.
We'll see what happens though. It could be interesting. I would love to keep him though, but I don't know at what price.
So 2 with your team. Couple of rumors that are floating around.
Yeah, we heard the rumors today. Shout them out, because I want to hear them again.
So the Lakers possibly packaging the 17th pick with Malik Beasley and or Bamba to try to get a starting caliber player. They've been tied to possibly Miles Turner, Buddy Hield, as most people heard about, Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal, or Gary Trent Jr.
I want John Collins. What can we do for John Collins?
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, and you don't fit.
I thought you was gonna read. I thought you was gonna say to me what I actually heard earlier too, that Mr. King is frustrated about Big Dog. King's frustrated again at Anthony Davis. You know, I heard that rumor.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, you can't be disappointed at AD. He gave you what you could this year. You know what I'm saying? A year that we thought it would have been over. It's been over.
I can see that because they also have an interest in Lively.
That'll piss the King off.
You think Pelinka cares?
I think he should, but does he? That's a different question.
I mean, you got to start thinking about it. He's waving the retirement rumors and all that. I'm not saying that LeBron's not going to go out there and play at his highest peak, but how much more of the high peak are you going to see from LeBron? I mean, you still going to get LeBron
undefeated.
to do all that, but I mean, if he's going to leave soon, does it really matter what the hell the Lakers decide to do? He's locked in.
Look like he want to stay though. So if you want to stay, then
he wants to stay because of palm trees and now he's still at USC. At the end of the day, LeBron's written his book already. Anybody that's hating on LeBron James still pees the bed.
It's not about hating. It's more.
No, I'm just talking about from the standpoint of LeBron doesn't have to. LeBron can go over on the court and average 15 points. I don't care if he averages 15 points, but all these fucking they say, oh, LeBron's fucking moving up in age. What player do you know at fucking this age put up numbers like that? I don't care what team he played on. Even if he played for the Grizzlies, fucking the Wizards, and put up these numbers. Like at the end of the day, you have to transform yourself. And I feel like LeBron, hopefully at an older age, he knows that the championships may be over. Maybe you want to compete for something. Maybe you know yourself. You can have a team around you like last year's team and compete, but you have to start thinking about the future, man. I hope the Lakers don't let LeBron swindle them, dog. If you think that you want Lively, go get him. Because how long do you think Anthony Davis really got?
I think y'all should try. I bet that y'all should have traded his ass.
But the thing with Anthony Davis is, I said I need to see more value, and Anthony Davis has given you more value by balling up when it was needed. So if that's the case, then the Lakers can get a lot more for Anthony Davis. We'll see.
We shall. It's fascinating.
Definitely fascinating. But Malik Beasley, in this scenario, man, yeah, man, because Malik was a guy that was in the rotation and then fell out the rotation. I don't know what happened. Larissa not messing with him no more, and Scottie Pippen's son couldn't be mad much no more because Malik wasn't messing with him. It's actually Jordan's son now. Speaking of that, I want to do a prayer. I want to hope Scottie Pippen's okay. Because I heard today that Larissa Pippen got a snip of the Chicago Bulls money. We're not talking about child support money. We're not talking about divorce money. We're talking about the Bulls 401k. Something that Scottie probably forgot that she could touch. She touched it today. So I hope Scotty's okay right now. We know Scotty's not in the right state of mind nowadays, but that shit right there would definitely piss me off. So I hope I hope he's just chilling right now. We might hear another tryout from Scottie Pippen in the next 2 weeks.
I hope it's just that and not something else, man.
He been on a rampage. Nah, didn't he write a book? He's selling books here. He's trying to sell.
No. He sold those books, but that was last year. You know, books are like the new trend. Every time a new book come out, the next book gets pushed back. Scotty, we gotta pray for Scotty, man. We gotta pray for Scotty. She got the Chicago Bulls 401k money. If anything, Scotty's like, okay, she could take this, she could take that.
No, but that's why he's trying to sell that book even more, because that's the only money that's really his now.
And he gotta look at too. People don't know he gotta look out too. He gotta look out. He's trying to do a lot of stuff, man. And that's the thing with Scotty. I think Scotty overall in his career, I think out of like second fiddles, I think his career didn't jump post-career like everybody else's. Maybe it's the times.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it was him. Maybe it was his fault.
He was pretty. When it all ended, he was pretty bitter. So yeah, he didn't do right by himself post-career.
Definitely didn't do right.
And he's just taking L after L, and she's gonna end up getting.
Crazy as hell, man.
What else we got going around the league? Any other news? Any other?
What do you think Zach LaVine ends up at?
That's a fascinating one.
Now, according to reports, the Bulls say they actually want either a good young player or multiple first round picks and a salary filler for him.
I just don't know where. Who would it be? Who would it be? Who would it be? I don't know. Maybe I could see if you really want to make another run and you're worried about health, but he has health issues too with the knee.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Nuggets try to keep like Porter Jr. That's a young player, young up and coming player. You trade him to Levine. I mean, that'd be interesting. I'm not saying that'll happen. It's just interesting. Or maybe Portland try some shit to pair him up over there. Try to get that man Dame some kind of championship run. And trade Simons for him.
I don't know what's going on with that, man.
The New York
Portland's one of the most interesting teams of what happens tomorrow.
The New York Knicks can be a trade partner.
Yeah, they could.
They could trade.
If they finally give up on Barrett, yeah.
Barrett and Mitchell Robinson. Swallowing Levine. I'd
keep Mitchell if I was them, but yeah, that could be another guy to go with it. But yeah, Barrett, can't they? You don't got to max him if you sign it. You can sign it. Trade him as long
honestly,
as
I think they'll trade Barrett and Obi Toppin. So they'll find somebody else to go. Because like you said, you might want to keep Mitchell. You might want to keep him. So yeah, man, the Knicks can be suitors. The Knicks are trying to get some more firepower over there. You know, so be interesting. Zach LaVine though, but his value is funny though, because
he got to be healthy. That knee is sketchy.
Right. He's been in places that he's been able to flourish.
He's 25 a game though when he's on the court.
No, he's 25 a game though. Yes. But is he ready to be on a team where he's the second or third fiddle, or is he going to be on a team where, I mean, potentially he's in the same situation he is now, first and second fiddle, depending on how you play.
I think on the Knicks, the way they play, and I think on the Knicks they'll let him be they'll let him be the number one scorer. It's just that in the big moments they're gonna give the ball to Brunson,
right?
So he got to be able to deal with that.
That's the only thing I felt oozy about Levine's value is like, is it true value? We have a lot of players in the league that have value, and a lot of people's values may be this because they play on this team and they do this with that team. But ultimately, what is the real value? If you put him in the skater with the guys at his position, you know what I'm saying? Where you putting him at? Was he a two guard?
Yeah, two guard. I guess he could play three in this league. It's not
so it's kind of like, you know, where you put him at and all that. So that's the only thing I knock on Levine, and that's not even a knock really because it's fucking 400 plus NBA players. So
yeah,
one of the best in the world. I'm here.
Right.
I want to be.
What do you think Aiden ends up at?
Who?
Aiden.
Aiden, yeah. Yeah, that was supposed to be I saw a 3-team trade involving him, and then suddenly that went away because the other part of the trade happened. So I don't know. That's
I don't think they trade Aiden. I think they keep him. You have to, especially what you just did with the trade with Bradley Beal.
$168.4 million for 4 players.
Yeah, keep him. You have to keep him.
You have to
unless you have a backup plan. Keep him, and I'm not even saying keep him because he's a beast or whatever. You gotta keep him.
If you trade him for the backup plan. That's the point. Like you trade him.
And that's what I'm saying. The backup plan has like if you want to go do the Miles Turner swap again, okay. You want to do that? Okay, I'm fine with that. But if you're trying to go trade draft picks and all that shit, no, you don't trade him because at the end of the day, he may not be the best big in the league, but he's there. And I feel like Monty's gone now. Maybe he has a level head now. Maybe his head's clear now. Maybe he looks at Bradley Beal like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but what was his number one problem? Getting the ball. He's going to get it even less now. Bradley Beal, Booker, and KD, he's not going to see the rock unless he rebounds.
And the reason why I asked that is because obviously he's a $32.4 million salary hit. But it's a rumor. I'm asking for a reason. It's loaded.
Yeah.
But it's a rumor that he can be got with the package of JaVale McGee, who played there before, Reggie Bullock, and Tim Hardaway Jr.
I mean, you could. I mean, if Dallas can't splash on, if Dallas can't go get homie or go get a big, yeah, you can go think of that.
That'll help, and that'll definitely help. It'll help Dallas, but it'll help the Suns with their bench.
Yes,
like put some depth in there.
Because we got some young guys that need more PT.
Any news with
Hardy and Green?
Yeah, right. Hardy and Green got to get on the court. Any DeMar DeRozan news? I want to see what happens with him because I think they're cleaning house in Chicago.
I think they are too.
Come home.
If LaVine go, then DeRozan got to go. Well, go back to the Raptors for DeRozan?
Nah, go back. Go home.
LA?
Go to LA. Hopefully LA and one of the LA teams.
Lakers and Clippers. Clippers got no room.
Lakers. I can see if the Lakers, because we all know the Lakers have had trouble with getting guys around the free agent time. You know, not getting the guys that you want necessarily. This guy wants to be in LA. He wants to be home. He's been screaming he wanted to be home forever. Now, if the Bulls got him, go do it. Go get them all.
They got to figure out the money situation. They got to figure that out. And also, do they want to pay him when they can just pay Austin Reeves?
Yeah, I'll pay them all with Austin Reeves. Sure. I'll let Austin Reeves go right now, honestly. I'll be real. The hype, I love it. I love him. I hope he's good. You know what's crazy?
Reeves going to be cheaper, though.
You know what they said?
Yeah.
And we're going to go back to the number one pick on Victor Wembanyama. They said Spurs should go throw Austin the max. Just throw him the max. And laugh at the Lakers because the Lakers ain't going to match it.
I can see that.
So
that would mean that they're moving on from Devin Vassell.
That'll be
because they got to sign him soon, and that would mean they're moving on from that. I like him better than Devin. So
but like I said, the Mavericks, if they can go get Ayton, and you can go get rid of guys like Bullock and fucking that what's that dude's name? Powell and fucking you can get rid of those guys.
It's Hardaway. They got to get rid of him so bad.
I heard it was
Hardaway.
Yeah, that's Hardaway. I heard there was a rambling. I heard there was a Hardaway for Marcus Smart swap.
Yeah, I would fucking jump off the Tobin. Jesus Christ, don't do that to me.
You can't. I feel like Marcus Smart can't be traded, and it's sad to say. And
not unless it's part of like a blockbuster deal. It got to be for like.
Let him come on back home. We'll take him back home, man.
I'm sure
it's sad to say, man. You can't trade that man. I told everybody I wanted that man as a Laker, and we didn't get him as a Laker. But that man deserves to stay in Boston, man, for as long as he wants to stay.
There's been plenty of times where I wanted him traded, and now it's past the point where like.
That's the point. You already did his value.
Take sure the franchise now.
Right. Yeah, he's just too much a part
of it. Franchise tag Marcus Smart.
Also, he stopped doing the things that drove me crazy, like all the errant shots and crazy. Right. He used to just he'd randomly wake up days and think that he was Steph Curry. He hasn't really done that anymore. So he's been defending, playing point guard, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the way he's playing now.
Oh, damn, man. We got the NBA draft party tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait for that, man. It's going to be lit.
The fellas will be
our special guest couldn't make it through today, but I'm hoping he'll make it through tomorrow. I'm guessing he's going to do that tomorrow.
We got over there tomorrow. Will, Coach, Jake, going to hold it down. I'm going to come through later on in the show, man, but you'll hear Colin, and it might be me or it might be somebody else. But I'll be all around, call chats and everything, man. We'll be over here tomorrow live. You know, chat, laughs. You know what I'm saying? Bring your bottles. You know what I'm saying? Bring whatever you want.
Chicken wings ready
over there, man. To the parlay, man.
Got on the menu for tomorrow.
I'm frying up, man. Frying up some chicken, man.
Frying up. Okay.
And see,
I'm gonna try that too.
Hen dog.
The Kim dog. Hey, man, but guys. It always has to end, but it don't got to end right now. Nah, I'm sorry, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Number Basketball Show. Shout outs for the night. I'm going to start off if I can. I want to shout out everybody. I love you guys. Thanks for making this the best experience, you know what I'm saying, ever for myself. Coming home and you know what I'm saying, back to work, you know what I'm saying, but it's always a good place to marinate your mind, you know, some good sauces, some good debates, some good discussions, and some good viewers and supporters, man. So shout out to you all.
Shout out to everybody who joined in the chat, man. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. MVP for the night was Bottom Line Sports, man. He held it down. Don't take my aggravation with the guard thing you was talking about. That should happen. It's a trigger argument for me. I've been hearing the argument for a while, and I always hate it. I just think it's I get the argument, but I never buy in. But I appreciate your contribution to the show in the chat. You held it down today. So MVP of the chat, Bottom Line Sports. And yeah, man, we'll see you tomorrow for the draft show. We're gonna cut it up, man.
Absolutely. Shout out to, like Will said, Bottom Line Sports, Marie, Dominique, Little Dude, Ronald, Mama Renee, Frankie, Daryl, and Brick. Appreciate y'all hanging out with your boys as always tonight. Make sure you're here tomorrow, man. We're going to do a damn thing. Feed our face. Have that draft coverage like we do around these here pots. Be here. Don't be late. I think tomorrow, we're starting at 6:30, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because the draft starts at 7 Central Standard Time. So 8 o'clock y'all's time. So we're going to be out 30 minutes early. So come hang out with us. We're going to do a damn thing. Nothing but love. And as we always said growing up, man, it ain't nothing but peace and hair grease. And that's how we do it around here. Y'all have a good one. Peace.